Hello guys, Ahmed Hali for the Unscripted Talks here in Dub Radio. Now, there was a moment when politics was hitting the rooftop, but right now seems that the pressure has completely decreased. Is it that people have lost focus on the agenda of fighting for their rights? Is it that the police did intimidate people so much that they couldn't forge ahead with the demos that they were staging each and every day? Speaking of which, I'm referring to the Gen Zs and the millennials demonstrations that were taking place every Thursday, Tuesday, and Thursday here in Kenya. Now, there are various factors that I want to refer to. Remember when I was talking to, or I was letting you know about the 48 laws of power. These are the laws that the state actually used to make sure that they touch the head and the sheep scattered. Fine. They made sure that people were tired. And remember, as much as we admitted there were no leaders in the Gen Z's demonstrations, we have to admit that to some extent the demonstrations or demonstrators were actually depending on the support from the opposition, such that when the president finally dismissed the cabinet that he had and decided to pick top brains from the opposition and give them top ministries, then that was a card that was well played in terms of politics by the president, His Excellency William Samoei Ruto. Now, it is a win-win situation for him. Should Raila get the AU seat, it's a win-win for Ruto. Should he lose it, it's a win for Ruto. For instance, let's take it that Raila clinches our seat. He will come to Nyanza and tells the people, now that it is so obvious he's losing the votes from the mountain. He'll tell the people, like, you see, I told Baba that this AUC chair is for him. And we made sure we rallied leaders all around Africa. And we made sure that Baba has been put into that seat. And finally, the outcome will be getting votes. And you had last the other day when Johom came out clearly and said now that he is in government, he wishes to serve the government and he does not wish any time to work not with the government. Now that they have tested the benefits of being in government. Now, on the other hand, if Raila loses the AUC chairmanship, it is also another win for William Samoei Ruto. He will say, he'll go back and tell you, you see, mmekuwa mkisema kwamba huyu jamaa ni mtu ambaye ati anaibiwa, anafanywa nini. Tumempa nafasi. We've given him an opportunity for the AUC right leaders to support him. But at the end of the day, he fails. So you see, this is a man who's clearly not chosen by God to lead the nation, and driving that narrative and propaganda might just help him garner another seat. So just come to realize the way politics is being played, what might be morally right to you might be politically wrong, and what is morally wrong to you might be politically right. So there are things that we really need to differentiate when it comes to politics and morals. First of all, we know politics is the fight to control resources, that power to control resources. You allocate who gets what, when, how. You understand? Now, that is politics. So the moment you are saying you don't want to participate in politics, no, in one way or the other, you always participate in politics either directly or indirectly, because politics affects your life. The kind of leaders you choose affect your life. And as it is my analysis, all the pointers show that Raila Odinga has very slim chances of garnering that AUC, the African Union chairmanship. There are very slim chances for him as compared to his opponent in terms of credibility, in terms of competence. There are so many ways in which the opponent beats him. Anyway, that's a topic for discussion that I'll bring for you tomorrow. Make sure that you are tuned so that I'll give you a full analysis. I'll tell you who other opponents are running for the AUC chairmanship, who is Raila Amolo Odinga competing with, and their qualification vis-a-vis what Raila has. And you'll admit that Raila Odinga has very slim chances to top or to garner that AUC seat. Back to what I already began with. Now, there is one person who has always been keeping this fire burning all through. Kebaso, this is Morara. Morara has been touring various counties, various localities, just to bring to you the projects that were launched either when Ruto was the deputy president or when he was the president and still is the president, and projects that after launching they stole, which means either they are white elephant projects or somebody is not doing their work. We've seen cases whereby even the contractors have been paid sums of millions of monies to make sure that the project reach their ultimate expectation. Unfortunately, that is not coming out to be so. So, I'll tell you something. Whatever revolution that you see came out because Kenyans were tired. It was a trigger. But as things go by, then should there be a next revolution that shall be citizen driven? Trust me, this time round, it's gonna be worse than it was. The Occupy Parliament shall be so is and will be vivid. The Occupy State House, it will be. I'm predicting this not from sheer ignorance, but from what I'm seeing. Right now, what people are waiting for, because trust me, after Raila loses that AC chairmanship, they're going to be a hot politicking era, whereby, remember, he will not come down and say that he's now retiring from politics. He'll come back, take his lead as the opposition leader, and when the ministries that his people were given starts crumbling down, because I know they have been put there as a setup, they'll be told, now that you are there, why isn't the cost of life coming down? Now that you are there, why is the cost of electricity and fuel still rising up? Now that you are there, why is it that the blue economy is not doing well? The tourism department isn't working just as we thought you would perform, because they were given the top ministries. You understand? Now, he will come and maybe just even convince even Joe himself, who says that he doesn't wish to be in opposition. He wants to be in government. He is in government. He will be in government, and going forward, he will remain in government. Now, the opposition leader, who is Raila Odinga, might come back, and don't be surprised if he also vies for presidential seat come 2027. That is my analysis for now. So, subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you're watching from there, make sure that you press the notification button. Anytime that we are live, you'll be the very first person to be notified. If you're watching from Facebook, kindly follow us for more insights. Kindly tune tomorrow as I'll be telling you who are the opponents of Raila Odinga. What are their qualifications that put them at a much better position to garner the AUC chairperson seat as opposed to Raila Amolo Odinga. Ahmed Khalif for the Unscripted Talks here in Dab Radio. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
Kwa timba kali za Afrika, Dab Radio ndio mpango mzima.